morning, students. A very hearty welcome to my channel. In today's class, we are going to discuss session 11 and 12 of Spreadsheet Basics. So first, let us move on and see which all topics we are going to discuss today. So in session 11, we have formatting cell content, font style and size, and in session 12, we have applying borders to cells. So as you have already seen in the previous lecture that formatting is very essential for a proper look and feel and visual appeal of your worksheet. So we are going to apply a few more styles, that is font style and size, to our cell content. So here we have one such database, as you can see, the employee database, and we are going to apply some formatting effects to this. So in this particular example, you already have learned before how to merge the cells. So we have merged the cells in these two questions, in these two cells, and we are going to now apply some formatting effects to this table. So how to do that? First of all, you have to make sure that your table is activated. How it will be activated? By simply selecting one of the cells of your table. That would mean that you are considering this whole table. Now you can do it this way also, or we can also select the entire table. Some of you may not understand how to work with just selecting one cell, so I'm just selecting the entire table for your convenience. And here we already have a default value. That is, if you don't want to waste too much of time in formatting your cells, you can simply select this, go to the Home tab, go to the Styles group and select Format as Table and select any of these auto formatting options. Like for example, I'm selecting this option and you can see how it automatically applies the format here. So auto format is a very handy option to apply the format when we don't have much time to waste on formatting our table. And if you want to format the table according to your requirement, then for that purpose we have all the formatting options in the font group of the Home tab. So you can just click on this button and you can change the font. Like you can see, I have changed the font. You can also change its font size. So the font size should be kept according to what is the minimum permissible view. That is, so whatever is the minimum permissible view, that is the view in which your table would be clearly visible to people, that should be kept. Then you can increase font size, you can decrease font size from here, and you can make them bold, italic or underline. Like normally we should set the header row to be bold. Then we have italic, we have underline option. So we can apply, like I'm going to apply italic on employee database. So I've just selected this and let me apply italics to it. Let me apply bold to the topic, and that is to the heading over here, that is name of the company. And I'm also going to change the font and just apply some nice looking font to it. So let me just select a font and I'm also going to increase the font size because this is the heading. Then the employee database, I can also choose some specific font for the employee database and just increase it. Now I'm just going to reduce its size, bring it to the original size, and you can see how it is looking like. Now apart from this, you also have some other options, like I want to change the color of the font, so I can select it. And here we have two options in the font group. One is fill color and one is font color. So if you want to change the font color, you have to select on this. So if I simply click on the selected font color, it will apply that font color. Like the selected font color here is red right now. If you click on this drop down arrow, you will be getting a lot many options for changing font color. Apart from that, you can also go to more colors and select any suitable color from there. On and also we have the custom tab which allows you to customize your color according to your requirement. Click on OK and you can see the color of your choice has been applied here. I can also select the next one, and also you can provide a background color to it. So I can also select on the fill color, and from here I can choose any suitable background whatever I want. Not only this, but I can also go to more colors and accordingly customize it according to my requirement. Always use a rule of thumb, that is a dark color on a light background or a light color on a dark background. That should be our aim. So we will try to apply a light font color on a dark background in the employee database question. Let me first change the font color, and I've kept the font color which is very light right now, which will be visible after I apply a dark background. So I'll just select a dark background and you can see how it looks like. So now it's looking a lot different from before. Now header row, this top row is the header row of a table. Every table contains a header row which contains a list of all the columns, that is all the fields in the table. So I'm going to select, I've already selected this, and now we will be selecting a suitable font color for this, maybe red color, and I'm also going to select a suitable background color. So I've select this color, and now I will be simply selecting the entire table, and I want a border outside. So I will select this border option, and from here will be getting a lot many border options, but we will be going for all borders. So this will apply borders around the table. And you can also color individual cells. Either you if you just want to change the format of a particular cell, just select the cell and you can make all these settings from here. But normally in a table, just changing the format of one cell doesn't look nice. So I'm just going to select all these cells which contain employee code and provide a certain color to it. So you can see that now employee code has a certain color, and to the rest of the cells I'm going to provide some other color. So you can see it over here how the table now looks like. So it is a lot presentable and better than before. And when you see that the cell content is larger or it is exceeding the width of the cell or width of the column, you can just select them and go to the format option and select auto fit column width and make readjustments according to your requirement. So this is how we can easily format our table in MS Excel. So I have two more examples. We will try formatting them also. Like you can see, there are two tables here. One of the tables is a table containing all the items. So because I want the same font size for both these, or I can apply different font size also. So I'm just going to select this table first, and I'll go to the font size option, and I'm going to select a suitable font. Now I will just select a font for them. I've selected a font, and now to check the width of the cell. So I'm going to just select all these cells. I'll go to the cells group of home tab, go to format and select auto fit column width. So this way my table is automatically adjusted according to the content size. Now I will select the top row, which is my header row, and just provide it some specific format, and I will select a different color for the rest of the cells and a different color for the total, and usually total should be highlighted with a bright color. So this is how we can format a table. Now we will select all of them. We'll go to the borders option and select all borders so that we get a grid line beside it. Next is I'm going to format this table, that is income and expenses. So as usual, this income and expenses is something which I want to be center aligned, and it should span across these cells. So I will select all those cells and select this option, that is merge and center. Then you can see over here the names of the months and what all are the heads, income, expenditure, and so on. So firstly, I will select all these cells and increase their font size and make it a same font size, because using different font size for different cell content doesn't make your table look good. So now this is done, and now I will auto size the column width. So this is the column width attribute which I have used. And now I'm going to just select income and expenses and change its font, and provide it some background color also. So I've provided a background color. I want to provide the same column width for all these cells. As you can see, February is taking a slightly larger column width because of total income. So I am going to just select all these cells and go to the format option, column width option, and just provide a column width here. And let me provide the column width as 50. So 50 is very large, so I'll again select, and you'll have to do some hit and trial over here. Maybe 10, and I think 10 is quite okay. And I have to also format this particular cell. So what I'm going to do is just carry this content elsewhere. And now you can see that total income just appears just about right. So now I'm going to select these month names and align them towards the center, give them a bold look, and apply some color on them. So I've applied this color, and some background color also I'll be applying. So like this, I can also format the other cells. Like I'll format this income cell a little differently. And I'll also increase the font size and make it 20. Same way for expenditure. Now I want to apply this same format to expenditure. So I'll select income, select format painter, and just apply it on expenditures. And I can also hold down the control key, select this cell, and I can also change its font color just to highlight that this is the main heading. Then same way I can just select this cell, select format painter, apply it on total expenditure, again select it, apply it on net income, and so on. And similarly I can also update these two cells. So I'll just select them and I'll go back, change the font size, change the font color, and that's it. And for the rest of the cells I am just going to select all of them and provide a cell border, that is all borders. So you can see all the borders here, and you can also provide a background color. So I've provided a background color here. I can provide a different background color for income and a different background color for expenditure. So this way I can format my table. So that was applying all the formatting effects. Apart from this, we have more formatting effects. If we just click on the dialog box launcher, font style, size, color, and so on. So we can do one thing, like I have selected updated and I'll show you how we can change the font size, font specifications, the format using the dialog box. So we'll go to the Home tab, Font Group, launch the dialog box, and within this you can see there are multiple tabs: number, alignment, font, border, fill, protection. So we will select font. We can select the font from here and see its format, its preview here. Select the font style, font size, and even select the color. Click on OK and you can see it is applied here. I can select it, select the font painter, apply it on total income also. So this way I can format my table. Now let's do one question. So our question for today is, consider the following data about the temperature of Delhi from January to June. From January to June in this table. So month is given, high temperature and low temperature. Now perform the following task. First is open a workbook and save it with the appropriate name. Enter temperature of Delhi in cell B1. So we have to make sure that temperature of Delhi has to be in cell B1. Set its font to Cambria, size to 14 and make it bold. Enter the text provided in the table starting from cell B2. Apply bold style on the headings: month, high temperature and low temperature. Select the cells B1 to D8 in the worksheet. So I am first going to make this table. So we'll follow its specifications as given. So this is the table we have over here. So they have asked us to enter temperature of Delhi in cell B1. That is, we have to start from the cell B1. So as you can see, this is the cell B1. So I am first going to increase the font size for the entire worksheet. So how to do that? Either we use Control A to select the entire worksheet, or we click on a small button, which you can see, a small triangle which you can see over here. So we will just click on this button and we will select the entire worksheet. Now we will just select the appropriate font. So I've set the appropriate font for it and now I'll be entering the data. So I have to start entering data from cell B1. Temperature of Delhi has to be in cell B1, that is in A. We will be writing month, and let's give a, okay, so I'll be just writing month here, high temperature and low temperature. So you can see I have entered the data and now I have to format it. So very first step is to select the first three columns and we have to first auto format it. So we'll go back to format, auto fit column width, and now our table is almost visible, all the content is visible. So now they have provided us with the specifications, that is, enter the temperature, set its font to Cambria, size to 14 and make it bold. So I have to first select these two, that is temperature, set its font to Cambria, size has to be 14. So I'll write size over here as 14 and make it bold. Enter the text provided in the table starting from cell B2. So from cell B2 I have already started entering the temperatures. Apply bold style on the headings month, high temperature and low temperature. So because I have already set Cambria 14, so I will select that size for the entire table. So month also has to be bold. Then select the cells B1 to D8 in the worksheet and set the font to Cambria. So I have already selected all the entire table and set its font to Cambria. So that's all what we have to do. And if they are telling us to start the table from B1, we can just select this entire table. Just take this, place the pointer on the border, hold it and drag it to the next. And this way we can just move our table content, select it, and we can also provide a border. So this was the first activity. In our next activity, we are going to check out applying borders. So we will discuss how to apply borders on a table. Now I've already explained applying borders on the table by means of this all borders option. So now I will be telling you how we can customize that border. So suppose I have this table with me. So I will select the table. Now I'll go to this font group and I will select this border option and I'll be going to more borders. Now here it also opens the format cells dialog box, but within that it opens the borders tab. So here I can change the style. Suppose I've selected a thick style. I can also select a dashed style or a dot dash style or a dash dot dot style. So any style which I want I can select. Suppose I go for this style and here I have to select where I want the border. So firstly you can just remove the already applied borders from here by clicking on none. And now that you have selected your style, you can also, firstly you have to make sure that you select the line style and the color, and then only you move to presets or border application. So first I will select the color, and suppose my color is going to be I want a bright color, so I will select a bright color from here, royal blue, and I'm going to select outside. So outside will give us a border outside the table, and if I click on inside it will give me the grid lines also. If I want I can also make additional adjustments from here by removing some of the borders, like the first one is top border, the second one is middle border, third one is bottom border. So I can remove the middle borders from here. This way I will only be getting the outside border and the column border. So if I click on OK, you can see that it just gives me the outside border of the table and the column border. If you want, you can again select it, go back and again select this option more borders, and from here you can again click on none, select some other style, and you can just select inside border, or you can also select the bottom border only. So for bottom border, you will only get the border down. That is only this border. But what I want is, I want a border below each cell. Okay. So I want a bottom border on all the cells. So now that more borders is already selected, I will click on it and I will select this central border and the bottom border and click on OK. And this way you can see that only the bottom border for every row has been specified, has been inserted. So this way I can even modify my borders also. So let's do an activity for this also. So here we are with the second question. So consider the following data about rating of schools and their location in Delhi. So number of schools have been provided in a table, their rating and locations is provided. Open a workbook and save it with a suitable name. Enter the details in the worksheet. In the font Agency FB. Bold the column heading. So first let us do this. First we'll create the table. So I'm going to create the table in some empty location on the worksheet. Just to move the empty location on the worksheet, you can click on this arrow and just move on to the other empty locations on the worksheet. So I'm placing my image this side and I'm going to enter the data starting from here. So I'm going to just start typing. So I've entered the data. Now again, as usual, I'm going to format it, increase the column width. And now my next step is I have to see what are the instructions given. So my instructions are enter the details in the worksheet in the font agency FB. So I have to first select these cells and I'll be going to this font dialog box. I can just click here. I'll just click on this font dialog box and you can see that this font has been already selected. So I will simply just start typing agency and you can see you'll find this agency FB over here. And if not, you can just click on this font dialog box, the dialog box launcher, and just type over here agency, and we'll just see if we find it. So it is over here. We can find agency FB and it looks like this. Just click on OK. So the text gets formatted to that. Bold the column headings. So we are going to select the column headings, give it a bold look, and select the cells containing data and apply the option all borders. So we are going to select all the cells and we are going to just click on this option and select all borders option from here. So this is what was asked in the question. So students, I hope you understood how to apply, how to format the cells, how to apply borders on them. So this is just a matter of creativity and the amount of imagination you can do, and it is always dependent upon your choice. There should be not over decoration, and under formatting also should not be there. There should be minimum formatting which would make your worksheet look good. So with this I end today's class. Again we will meet in the next class. Thank you.